Can you feel it too? Welcome back, everybody. This is She and I am your host, Beloved, and like always, I have my very special host with me,
India Marie.
Oh, India Marie and Beloved, the husband and wife duo you didn't know you need, but we are back and here to stay. This is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday. Well, damn it, since Monday, just like candy. I wanna know. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Black Ass Father's Day. That's what that means. If you put it in a sentence, that's what it means.
What's your since you played the
what? Since I
the
played
line
Candy.
dance, yeah, the line dance that everybody does to that song.
Electric Slide.
Jeez. What's your least favorite line dance?
Oh, by far the Cha-Cha Slide. I'm just gonna be real.
Cha-Cha Slide.
Cha-Cha Slide. And let me tell you why. When it first came out,
the Casper Slide Part 2.
Yeah, it
featuring
the Platinum Band. And this time we're gonna get funky. You hear it so much. It's like, and I'm not disrespectful. I'm not trying to be funny, but some white people's like, everybody can do it. It's like the hokey pokey almost. The Cha-Cha Slide is the hokey pokey. That's exactly what it is.
So the Cha-Cha Slide
foot in, you put foot.
Is not my least favorite one. That's probably the first one that I learned.
Yeah, listen, I know my favorite
because
one.
they taught us the electric slide.
Okay. You learned that shit in 3rd grade.
Chinese checkers.
You learned Chinese checkers?
Mm-hmm.
Chinese checkers.
And the one you just said you hated.
Cha-Cha Slide.
Cha-Cha Slide.
Yeah.
They taught us those in elementary school. So, but that's not my least favorite one. My least favorite one is the wobble.
Oh, yeah. That's
good God.
1A and 1B. Like by far, 1A and 1B is Cha-Cha Slide in the wall. So both of the hokey pokey and what's the head, shoulders, knees, and toes. This is what they are. The hokey pokey and head, shoulders, knees, and toes of line dances. It's like, all right, let's graduate from
it's
that
like
now.
If you and DJs always do this, but if you want to get people off the floor, play the wobble. So we was at Black on Buchanan this week,
yep.
And y'all did the electric slide.
I smacked it.
Then went into the bunny hop, which is my favorite of all of them.
I'm so glad I got my own.
Like I'm never gonna turn down an opportunity to do the bunny hop. And then it transitioned into the wobble. And I was like, all right, well, I'm done.
But you know what it is? It's the musicality of the bunny hop and also the Cupid shuffle and the love slide. Like Cupid can sing. If y'all didn't know that in real life, like we met Cupid before at the Essence Festival. Like we stood by him, dabbed up, cool guy. He's about this tall. He's about 5 foot, super cool. But he can really, the dude can really sing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference between those other songs and the Cupid Shuffle. Like,
yeah.
Now you see what I'm talking about. Representing for the dirty South. That Cupid Shuffle gets you through the door. And then not Josephine Johnny, but I do like Josephine Johnny too. But I'm so glad I got my own. I ain't worried about Josephine. My life is a natural high. Come on and bunny hop with me.
Yeah.
The lyrics make you feel good.
Yeah.
If you're not listening on YouTube, or watching this on YouTube, head on over there and subscribe. I will do the bunny hop on camera right now if you need me to, because I'm feeling real black right now. It's Juneteenth, and I'm feeling the vibes. I feel good. Father's Day, back up. I was going to mention this on the podcast. I'm disappointed that the Tiny Desk on NPR, they've been building me up. Juvenile, Tiny Desk, Black History Month. They missed an opportunity to drop it on Juneteenth. This is June 20th when this comes out. But they should have released Juvenile's Tiny Desk on Juneteenth.
Have they still not said when they're releasing it?
I don't know. But I was ready to be in the living room getting twerked on. Boom, 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 boom. I was ready. That's the Black National Anthem. I know. Lift every voice. No. We over this shit. No disrespect.
No, we're not. No disrespect. No, we're not. Ignore him.
To the ancestors. But we didn't lift every voice and song. It's time to back some ass up. That's what I'm trying to see. and I want you to twerk on me in the house. And let's normalize married people going out in public getting twerked on. I thought about this a minute ago before we cut on the podcast. We went to Jazz on the Cumberland. And then shout out to my boy Gary. He said, man, do y'all mind if I post a video of you guys in the picture of the last Southern Comfort? Go get a ticket to Southern Comfort, June 24th. This coming up Saturday. It's a good time. Anyway, do you guys mind if I post a picture of y'all? I'm like, well, no, like, why? Is it a nude? Like, what you nude? G got nudes to me? What? He's like, nah, it's, India was dancing on you and, y'all are in a different phase of your life right now. I'm like, nah, I'm still the same phase. Phase B. It's still me. So I'm like, nah, bro, like, you can't post it. So I thought about it. We need to normalize, a wife twerking on her husband, because I'm going to tell you this. I want you to still twerk on me. You don't have to twerk on me. That's not the only
video. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of videos of us twerking. Of me twerking on him out there.
But you don't have to twerk on me with the same vigor you twerked on me when you were 21. Sometimes those twerks hurt. You remember back in the day, boy, y'all used to throw that booty so hard. Boom, boom. We hitting the man like, damn,
I've never been an aggressive twerker. So.
That's what an aggressive. So when that juvenile NPR drop, we don't need no aggressive twerking at the big age of all of you, 33 years old. We don't need no aggressive.
32.
We don't need no
aggressive. Don't give me no more.
The knees 33. I seen you walk up and down these stairs after the workout last week.
That was different. That was different.
With all this said, I want my wife to twerk on me, because now I don't want you to wear the same thing that you wore back when you were 21 twerking on me. You had to pull it down and bend over a little bit. Nah, you don't need to do all that. But you have on something nice and you bend over and give me a little twerk and gently place my hot dog between your buns. I would definitely
what is happening here?
Enjoy that. Because the thing about it now is when you twerk and you're married, right? You're going to let your husband know what to expect when y'all leave the function. If you know what I mean. So, ladies, if you have perfect placement, you got to have perfect placement and position your cheeks right on top of his meat. Everybody out there right now is thanking me because I just gave them some advice.
Wild things today.
What's wrong with that?
You said some wild things today.
Yeah, I've had a lot of conversations today. Shout out to the Sweets for hosting a Juneteenth cookout. It was a good time. We went out there and kicked it with them. Shout out to Alex and Jasmine and the Raw Room podcast. If you're into sports, go check them out. If you're not into sports, go check them out anyway. What were you about to say?
No, I was just saying, it's interesting because people have functions and they be like, bring the kids. And be like, okay, cool, we'll bring the kids because we don't find a babysitter, but the function is never the same when you bring the kids. Because
it was for me.
Because you was at the space table the whole time. I had Shiloh to my chest the whole time.
Busting it down.
So nobody gets as wild as they used to do at the house parties.
Yeah, you said like people don't drink like they used to at the house parties. It was so much liquor left.
BYOB, and I ain't hardly see anybody walking around with a cup of alcohol in their hand because everybody had their kid.
I pounded down a Celsius right before I went in there, so I was feeling good. You know what I mean? But it was a hell of a time. So Juneteenth was amazing. Now we got to rewind, and we have to talk about Father's Day. So let me do this. You ready? Let's do it.
Trying to figure out what you got to say.
Yeah, I wrote this down. I had to write this down. Father's Day was amazing. Now, Indy did a hell of a job. I told India a while ago, a couple of weeks, I need to start back golfing. India listens. India said, you know what? Sound like a great idea. She went out and got me some golf gear. One thing I can say about her, when she gives gifts surrounded by or centered around hobbies, they're always immaculate. One of my favorite gifts that she's ever bought me are my hiking shoes. I wear them shits if I'm outside working in the yard, I got my hiking boots on. If I'm outside packing, doing something in the garage, I got my hiking shoes on. If it's cold outside, I got my hiking boots on. Wear them all the time. Now she bought me some Jordan golf shoes. Ooh, love them to death. Can't wait to go golfing. Now let me move the story along. We went out to dinner. This really don't have anything to do with anything. Well, went out to dinner. She took me out to North Italia, right? I'm so used to paying for the food that we went out to eat. I got ready to pay for it. And it's coming out. It's coming out. It doesn't matter. But I still got ready to pay for it. But she's like, She put a little card out. Boom. Not a little card. But it got big money on that little card. See? When you call something little, people talk, little? Your little event. Little? Your little job. Little? If you really want her to fight and get really mad, anything that she does or surrounding events, if you call that little, over with.
No, it's anything that I do, period. Because I do big shit. I do good shit. And I put out quality shit. So ain't nothing I do little. You take your little shit on somewhere.
Fuck around, say little Pilates, you might shoot somebody.
Shit.
It's a bad joke, man. She won't shoot anybody. But anyway, listen. So she pulled out a car. Bam, she paid for it. Now, fast forward to that night. Night fell. We came back home. She puts Shiloh to sleep. All right. So then I come and I go into the man cave area, which is this area right here. And I sit down on the couch and I was watching, what was I watching last night? Black Mirror. I started watching Black Mirror. So I saw India peek in here, like not coming here all the way, but just kind of peek her head in here. So I'm like, all right, you peeking, you coming in, what's finna happen? Thinking I'm finna get a nightcap. Nothing. Nigga looked at here, looked at me, and went to the room and went to sleep. So I thought no,
because I'm finna tell
no, you're not gonna move the camera.
No,
what you doing? So let me listen. She always got to get a prop, right?
First of all, he was sitting on the couch like this.
It was cold in here. It was cold.
So I'm not exactly sure.
I'm a wise man.
What he wants me to do with him looking like this on the couch. And the thing is, he be wanting me to turn him on. He don't be turning me on. I don't want to sit there and look at you wrapped in a damn blanket, looking like a pig in a blanket, just stuffed in there.
But the thing about it is,
am I supposed to do with that? You be wanting sexiness for me, and you don't be trying to give sexiness to me.
It's not the wrapping paper for the man. It's what's underneath the wrapping paper.
No. You
gotta unwrap the gift to see what's inside.
Nah, this is the problem. Men just be sitting there, just want to give it to y'all any kind of way. It be looking crazy. Don't you
even start.
No.
See, that's the problem,
Niggas be having requirements for
why did you look at it?
Going in the bedroom.
Why did you look at him?
I was just trying to see what you was doing.
So you didn't have no plan on lending me that mouth.
I have plans on going to bed.
Father's Day, we can't even get a little special attention on Father's Day. And I wrote out a text message. I'm finna read you what I thought about saying. I wrote out two. And one said, Father's Day ain't over, so you should bring those cheeks closer. That was one text I was going to send. My next text I was going to send was, don't peek if you aren't going to deliver the cheeks. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? You looked in here. I said, we got eye contact. It's the end of Father's Day. You got me all kind of gifts.
I didn't know.
You got me liquored up. Not really. And then you go peep in here. And then walk away.
I really didn't peep in. I was just walking past the room because I needed to get something out of the room that's past this room. So I just so happened to look over.
And then
I didn't know that you thought that it was an invitation, or I don't know what you thought.
Y'all seen
I don't know what you thought laying there looking like a nun in the blanket.
It don't matter. I didn't get none under that blanket either. Wasn't nothing happening in that blanket either.
I was like, man, he was looking so pitiful. I said, maybe he got a headache. Shit, I don't know. But
did you come try to find out?
No.
I didn't hear from her the rest of the night. Didn't hear from her the rest of the night. And I'm like, damn.
I got like at least 8 hours of sleep.
Now, women want it all. Women want their booty eaten. They want to get all the gifts. Want to get that wrinkle penny lick from the rooter to the tutor. And I'm going to do that on Mother's Day and any other day of the week.
No, you didn't do that this Mother's Day. What you talking about?
I don't forget what I did then, but you probably didn't have, I don't know what happened. Anyway, I didn't peek at you and run away either.
I didn't peek at you and run away.
And with the SpongeBob meme. And I said, bro, this is crazy. crazy.
If you wanted some butt, you should have said that. But I had every intention because I had every intention of going to bed. I had no intention of giving you no butt, especially with you wrapped in the bed, wrapped up in the cover, looking like you didn't want no butt.
So how do men ever look like they don't want butt? I've never met a man.
Already talked about how intimacy should start early in the day. You didn't give off nothing. What did I kick out?
I gotta start. Father, you gotta gave me a good gift, gave me a good meal. We had a good time, and now it's time to whine. What's more intimate? She followed all the steps. So now, all of a sudden, peeking in and not completing the job. I said, I can't believe
I didn't know you were feeling away.
Yeah, I'm letting you know on the pod. I let everybody know on the pod. That's why I come out and let y'all know my transgressions. Maybe
you would have better results if you wouldn't just release it on the pod. If you would release it in person, you could have been had some ass, but you wanted to wait. So sorry to you.
But my thing is, why should I request it?
What do you mean? Why should I request it, Barry? Because I wasn't feeling for sex that night. I wanted to go to bed. Shit, I was sleepy. Obviously, we were not aligned that night. You wanted sex, I wanted the bed. I don't know what you wanted, and I didn't know. I thought that you also wanted the bed because of the way you went here, laid up, wrapped up. I thought we wanted the same thing that night. So excuse me.
Heterosexual men, I mean, homosexual men, queer men, every man. No man's probably gonna turn down sex on a platter. It's just like you going to, for all my non-vegan and non-vegetarians out there, if you go to Chick-fil-A and they giving away free chicken minis, you're not gonna take one? I mean, God bless, I ain't gotta be the hungriest person to see some fresh hot vagina from my wife that I wanted. I ain't gotta be sitting there feeding, like I ain't gotta be, I want some. Nah.
You gave no indication that you wanted some butt. At that point, at any point of the day, give any indication
being a man married to a good-looking woman is all the indication that I want some butt you need. I don't need to wear a weird Hey, listen, I don't need to excuse me. I think I want to have some sex now. That's crazy.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I don't think you should have done. Like that. That's why. But for the YouTube watchers, I just showed y'all how he was laying up. And y'all tell me, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that he just wanted to go to bed being wrapped up in a blanket with a blanket on top of his head.
Let's take this thing back to 2019. Wake me up. No man has ever been mad at anybody for being woken up out of sleep for sex. If you wake up, if I'm asleep, right? And I'm sleeping how you said I was asleep. Thing over my head, and then all of a sudden you come put your butt right on my left eye, and I wake up like, man, what's this? I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna wake up, blink 2 times, and do what I need to do. Blink 2 times. Make sure it's not a dream. Whoa. Make sure it's not. Let me get done. Once I figure out it's not a dream or an illusion, I'm gonna spread them, and I'm gonna get busy. You, on the other hand,
I think that you're confused about the phase of life that we're in. Because anytime that Shiloh decides to go to bed, I'm going to go to bed. Because she likes to wake up in the middle of the night.
She does.
And I'm the one who's up with her most of the night.
You are.
So anytime I have an opportunity to get extra sleep, in this phase of life, I'm more than likely going to choose sleep.
And it's all fine and well. I just had to come over here.
So maybe offer up a nap. If you offer up a nap, and I could offer up some cat.
That's crazy. Naps for cat is not cool. Why do I have an offer up a nap just to get a little cat?
Because if I'm well rested, then I'm ready to give some cat. Now I can't get no sleepy cat.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with getting it how you live. If I notice the only way I can get it, I gotta take it that way. I'm not telling you to be Cirque du Soleil. So
you should offer a nap.
I was trying to take a nap, but you should offer some
Exactly. So you can take naps. I had just got done putting Shiloh to bed.
Like I said.
And you sitting here asking me about some cat. I don't know what you want me to say.
sideways like
you don't
this.
put her to bed.
Sideways ain't never hurt nobody when you're
We're
tired.
supposed to do sideways on this couch right here.
Leave sideways on the floor. Wherever you want to do it. We can fit sideways. We used to have sex in the twin bed. So what is you saying?
What twin bed, Bear?
I feel like everybody has sex in the twin bed.
I've never had sex with you in a twin bed. What the hell are you talking about?
You lying. I don't know how big a twin bed is. Full size. That bed, it was a full size bed. Same difference.
Okay, well, Bear, that shit for sale. I didn't know that you wanted some Father's Day vagina.
It's cool. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought you wanted sleep.
Ladies.
Those were the vibes that you were putting down.
It's not too late. It's not too late. It doesn't just have to be on Father's Day, ladies. Go out there and bless your man tonight. Say, baby. And even if you did do it on Father's Day, nothing wrong with doing it.
Men are so different. Because I don't think women wake up on Mother's Day thinking, wow, I would like some sex for Mother's Day. I don't think any mom wakes up thinking that they want some sex for Mother's Day. You know what they want? A break. They want you to take the kids and go to sleep and take a nap. Or
want the same thing.
Anything dealing with self-care.
Okay. But I want a break.
And he, obviously, for Father's Day...
I want to break in and get
didn't want a break.
Off.
He wanted sex. So noted for next year. I'll put it in my pocket.
It's crazy. I gotta wait a whole year to get some sex.
That's not nigga. No, change the subject because you have to irritate me.
It's crazy. I'm about to be out here like Zion Williamson.
We're going on vacation next week. He's gonna have a buffet of ass.
I gotta wait a whole week to get a buffet of ass.
I'm about to come on my period. What you want me to do?
I gotta wait a whole Lord.
And that's also another reason why I wasn't feeling like having sex because I'm about to come on my period.
Okay, all right.
And I don't. You know, you don't know how to let well enough alone.
We gonna move right along, man. I just had to put it out there, and I know somebody out there can feel me, and I want to be your spokesperson, right? I want to help fellas everywhere understand that you are not alone, and I'm trying to help all of us out.
This is really crazy because for Valentine's Day, this past episode, this year's Valentine's Day episode, he was like, "Don't be offering up no stale cat. We want more than vagina."
Oh, stop right there.
But now on Father's Day.
There we go.
I want some vagina. So what?
There we go. Whoa.
What are you asking for?
You missed a key word in that whole statement. Don't be offering up no stale cat. We want more. That's it. I'm not saying that. Don't give me the cat. Give me more. Give me that and something else for Valentine's Day. Father's Day, same thing. Don't just offer up the vag like you normally would any other day.
Right now, you're offering me a headache.
Me saying same here. Now, also something else happened just a minute ago that got me thinking. We were getting ready to go on vacation, and every time we go on vacation, I feel like that my wife needs a new ensemble, and I'm cool with that because you want to look your best when you step out, and I'm 100% fine with that. When you go somewhere else, get some nice threads. So she was like, all right, cool. I want you to come. Well, I kind of volunteered. Like, let me come check your outfit out. She started putting everything on. And she was asking me, this is from the first episode of the podcast a little bit. But she was asking me if, how did it look? And if it looked right. And fortunately enough for me, it did. However, I started to think about, what if I told you something didn't look right and you thought it was fire? And I'm like, shit, I don't like that. How would you react? And how would you feel?
I would appreciate the honesty.
Really?
If it really looked bad, yeah.
See, I don't think women would appreciate that. I think that most women or most people would get upset if you told them, like, man, you think you dripped out. Big old drip. You put on all this stuff and you could tell you checking yourself out in the mirror. And then all of a sudden, your wife or even your husband or your significant other would come and say, that ain't it. I don't believe anybody's going to take that kindly.
Okay. So, I mean, he can tell me. He can tell me. It's not the problem.
What's the problem?
The problem is that I'm so confident in my ability to dress well.
And then with something, Now we're talking.
I don't know if I would believe him. This is very cocky of me, by the way.
It
But
is.
I don't know if I would believe him if he told me that it didn't look good. Because I am so confident in my ability to dress well. I be putting stuff on. I be like, wow, you put this shit on. When I like can dress, when I'm going somewhere and I'm like really feeling it, I don't feel like I need help in that department. But if you, like I said, I want the honesty. So I would appreciate. She ain't sleep, bro.
She can't even talk because the baby just woke up crying out of nowhere.
She ain't sleep.
The bad thing about all of this is the outfit look good, but she had some pants that didn't quite sit right on her body. So I'm like, yeah, them pants, they look good to me, but they're a little long. And then she started pointing out all the imperfections, and I'm like, all right, cool. But they look fine to me, but they are a little long. I feel comfortable at that point to say that because she had then pointed it out first. So fellas, you always got to wait until she points it out. Then you can chime in.
I don't think that's true. If you don't like it, then just say you don't like it, or it doesn't look right, or you think that, or just say what you don't like about it.
It's a damn lie.
Let's practice honesty here.
It's
if you
a
don't
damn
like
lie.
it, then say you don't like it. That's the problem. When he puts something on, and I tell him I don't like it, he gets offended.
Man, let me tell
so
y'all something
he want me to
right
lie
now.
to him.
Man, I got a Fabletics account, and I went on it the other day. And man, bro, I got this outfit. I put it on. I said, all right, it's not my style per se, but let me ask India if she likes it. So boom, I say, India, how you feel about this? She like, Is that terry cloth? I'm like, damn, it is terry cloth. Take it off. It looks horrible. It looks like an old man should have that on. I'm like, damn. I feel so self-conscious. I put this shit in the hallway for the next 2 weeks. I couldn't even take it back to the store. When I took it back to the store, I said, hey, y'all need to sell this outfit again. I ain't gonna lie.
It was a really
horrible.
bad outfit. And granted, terry cloth appears to be making a comeback. A lot of people are selling terry cloth things. I've seen it in the children's section. I've seen it in the children's section.
But how brave are you to tell your person and be that honest with your snippet? That outfit, nah, that ain't it. That outfit, nah, that's ugly. How brave are you? Would you do it? Would you stand on the front line and give her or him that constructive criticism?
Well, because my thing is, I was just like, where are you going to wear that to? We're not going to the beach anytime soon. Why? Like,
it's like I'm about to go to the car wash and dry somebody's car off when I put this shit on. It was hard. It was white too. I really looked like a shimmy on a lot of levels. I'm like, damn, what the? It was shedding all over the couch, shedding on the carpet. I said, why? But when I saw it, it looked good online. So I bought it. But then I bought it to her and she straight up looked at me and said, So I thought about that today when she was trying on her clothes. What if I would have looked at her and said, boy, I wouldn't have heard the end of it.
You could have said, if you didn't like it.
But now your outfit did look good. It did look good.
It just didn't fit right. Well, the pants didn't fit right.
It did look
Now
good.
I'm back at square one. So we'll reconvene with a new outfit later this week.
See, gotta be careful. Now, last thing I want to talk about that happened this week before we get into the relationship in WWID. India has fallen in love with a dog. And the dog.
I have not fallen in love with a dog.
India has become an animal rights activist. So much so that I didn't know she liked dogs so much. I knew India was a very caring person. Believe it or not, underneath the hard exterior, there's a heart of gold. So much so that her heart will not let her let this stray dog go to the wayside. Talk about it. Tell them about your experience.
Today you've shown me that sometimes you're not a good person.
I am. I'm about to get there.
No,
Let me
you're
tell
not.
you. Let me tell you.
No, you're not.
Let's talk about the dog first before we
No, you're
start poking holes in people.
This dog,
Let's go.
is a stray. I'm pretty sure it's a stray. The dog doesn't have a collar
You
on
know
it.
it's a damn stray dog.
Well, the reason why I said I don't know if she's a stray because for the most part she looks healthy.
She looks like a healthy, clean dog.
Yeah, she looks clean. She looks healthy. But she's a pit bull, and she showed up in front of our house like 4 days ago. And Barrett was actually getting ready to walk out of our front door to help our neighbor. And the pit bull, she was in our yard. And Barrett was trying to walk into the yard. And she was standing there just growling.
Like, this is my yard, Paul.
And so...
like, hold up.
Barrett finally kind of like shoot her away.
And ran back in the house.
But then, yeah, he ran back in the house. But then, like, I looked out as she was leaving our yard and I saw that her leg was broken and she was pregnant. So I was like, well, she probably needs help. And she's probably just defensive because she's hurting right now.
Right.
So she left. That was the last thing we saw of the dog. Well, yes. Well, so on Father's Day, the dog appeared on our back deck. Barrett called. He was like, Indy, you want to see something crazy? And I was like, what? And he was like, come downstairs. And he was like, but you need to hurry up. So I get downstairs. And she's just sitting in one of the patio chairs. Like she's supposed to be there. So it's like,
I got a picture. I'll show y'all the picture.
Okay. So, I start calling around animal control and couldn't really get in touch with anybody. They said they were going to send somebody out. At the time, I didn't know if they had sent someone out or not. But I couldn't focus on that too much because we were about to get ready to go out for Father's Day. So I made a couple of phone calls.
Yeah, you did.
They said they were going to have somebody come out to get them. And when we got back from our Father's Day celebration,
she was still standing there sleeping.
She was still there. This time she had gotten off of the chair and she was like laying on the floor. I mean, I guess on the deck.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, well, we'll see if she leaves.
Yep.
Overnight. Because surely animal control isn't going to come out this late. Woke up. It's like 8:30 in the morning. And she's still on the deck.
Sleep. Now, Indy wants, and I do have a heart. Like I was like, we need to find somebody to get the dog. Because if I didn't have a heart, I would just went outside. When you were little and you got a BB gun and you shot animals. Like you shot small animals. Pow! Shot the dog in the butt. Dog would have ran off. Probably never came back. Didn't do that. Let the dog sleep. Now, what Indy wanted to do was feed the dog. Give the dog
because
some food.
She was pregnant. She looked hungry.
Give the dog some water. However, and I'm telling Indy, when you do those things, you now have a pet. The dog will continue to come back and look for food, look for water, look for shelter. The dog now feels safe and they feel like this is home. This is where I need to be. I don't want that to happen. So I was like, hey, just focus on calling animal control. But that's not what I want to do. So
that's not true. I said, I'm still looking for someone to come and pick her up. Okay. But in the meantime, I don't want her to die on our deck. I don't want to walk outside and see a dead ass dog on our deck.
Yeah.
And
the more you looked at it, the bigger your heart got.
Giving her water and feeding her food was just to hold her over until someone could come and get her. But so I did go out there and take her water because she walked off of it. It started to rain. Yep. She walked off the deck. When she walked off the deck, I took a bowl of water out there. Because again, because she is on defense right now, she has a broken leg and she's pregnant. I didn't want her to get the wrong idea. So I waited for her to leave the deck, put some water out, and I came back in the house. She came up on the deck, got her some water, and then she laid back down. So, and I could tell that she was in pain as well. So he's sitting there fussing about me giving this damn dog some water. I'm not trying to keep the dog, but I also was trying to keep her at our house so somebody could come and find her. Because animal control will only come and get stray dogs if they're contained.
We didn't know that.
And we didn't have anything to contain her in. And so
they were like, hold on, tell them the crazy question they asked. Do you guys have something to put the dog in? What?
I was like, we don't have a dog. Of course we don't have anything to put her in.
They said, can you get the dog on a leash? What? What do y'all do? So you want us to get the dog on a leash, contain the dog, and then wait till you get here to pick the dog up. I'm like, bro, at this point, I'm frustrated at everybody at this point. But go ahead.
So
I saw you roll your eyes.
I did.
You standing here you sitting right next to me.
I did.
Women just be rolling their eyes at you for no reason.
And So we couldn't.
Right
I mean,
here.
we couldn't find anybody to get her. And like I said, they wanted her to be contained in order to come get her. And it turns out multiple people in our neighborhood have called animal control to come get her. But every time animal control comes out here, they can't find her or she runs. And I'm like, well, if y'all would just come when we're calling, then maybe you could catch her, because she spent 24 hours on our deck. Had they come out, I could have, and called me when they got here, I could have been like, hey, come here. She's literally right here. You can grab her.
Right.
She could technically be trapped on our deck because it's only one way up and one way down.
That's a fact.
So if they came and put like a gate or a cage at the bottom of the deck, they could catch her.
Needless to say that they didn't come.
They didn't come, but I called them and told them not to come because our next door neighbor, we have dogs on both sides of us. But one of the neighbor's dogs came out on their deck and started growling and barking, and scared her away. And she left.
And she's mad.
Still over here though, because we went to celebrate Juneteenth today, and we came back and she was like 5 houses down, limping around their front yard. So I'm just like, if damn animal control would just come over here,
do your damn job. It blew my mind when they said that they really wanted us to contain her. Blew my mind. Didn't know that. So if y'all know anybody, hopefully she'll be gone tomorrow. I'm not saying that because I'm a bad person. I'm saying it because
he had an attitude the entire day about me trying to help this damn dog.
That wasn't why. It wasn't why. India, and I appreciate her for this, India will get fixated on something, and she can only focus on that one thing. India woke up early this morning for India, like early vacation. That was early for you. All she wanted to do was help the dog. We had somewhere to go. I wanted us to do something in the house. All India wanted to do was help the dog. And because India gets fixated on stuff like that, I'm like, man, I'm mad because we got other stuff to do. We need to be doing, and we can't even get it done because your focus has become the dog, which is great. I love the fact that you want to help the dog.
Stop saying it's great. It wasn't great.
As a person, as a person, that is good. Being helpful to people.
Yeah, but that's not how you were acting.
Because at that point, I'm like, man, total transparency. If we are set time out to do something, if I carve out a slice of time and we're going to do something between this time and this time, I don't expect you to disrespect the time or just ignore the time constraints we put on something because you're now too focused on one thing. If I tell you we're going out to dinner and we're doing anything or shit, cleaning up in the house, whatever we're doing, and we're going to do it from 9 to 10, I don't expect you to just keep whatever you're doing rolling 9, 9, 9, 9:30, 9:30, 10:30. I would like us to be on the same page.
I don't
when it comes to
know
time.
what type of help, like, I don't know what type of restrictions you have around help, but when I choose to help someone, whether it be a person or a dog, I'm going to keep helping them until I can get them the help that they need.
That's fine.
So
that's fine, but it's at the same time.
What we were going to do was still going to get done, but I had to get on the phone before everybody closed because everybody had limited hours. And at that time, that was important to me. Mm-hmm. And it's on my time, right? So and that's why I felt this. It's not disrespecting your time, but at the end of the day, this damn dog needed help. And then what we were doing could have waited. It
could have waited, but at the same time, we had already set the time. We don't have a lot of time these days. The time had already been set. Now, if you wanted to help the dog, you could be like, you know what? Let's table this, and can we just push it back a little bit later and not try to rush and fit everything in this box?
Why did I have to say that? Was it not apparent what I was doing?
It's all about being respectful, though. You want to respect other people's time. No. I'm never going to disrespect your time. I'm not going to wait. If you tell me to be somewhere at 9 o'clock, damn it, I'm going to be there at 8:45.
Bear, you knew from the moment I got up this morning what I was trying to do.
That's fine.
And I was like, Bear, I'm trying to help this dog. Bear, I'm trying to help this dog. You said multiple times, don't help that dog. So I don't understand what you wanted me to do. At the end of the day, I wanted to help the dog.
And that's cool. But we've already decided this is the time that we're doing something. We've already called every animal shelter in Middle Tennessee.
I did. It could have went faster had you stepped in and helped, but you didn't because you were fixated on your thing that you wanted to do. I'm not going to apologize for trying to help a dog in need.
I don't want you to apologize for this. It's a great thing. I also want you to be cognizant of other people's time. Like everything doesn't revolve around you and what you want to do at all times.
And I can say the same thing for you.
But we had already both had agreed on this time. This is not something that I just pulled out of my butt.
I'm sorry that you can't be flexible.
What's that? And this, my friends, is how arguments start. Because that was just crazy to say.
No, it wasn't. Because today you were not trying to be flexible.
I'm always flexible with you and your time, though. And let me tell you why.
I'm sorry.
Because we're always late.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so done.
But no.
Because again, if I wake up in the morning and the dog is back on our deck, I'm going to spend another day trying to find his dog somewhere to go. And again, I don't think her resting place should be on our damn deck.
That's fine. At the same time, matter of fact, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you how people's time are different. You know that every Monday night, what happens on Monday nights? Pilates at 6. Didn't happen this Monday because we're celebrating Juneteenth. Black people. Now, had this dog been there during the Pilates time, you would have taken out an hour of your time to go make sure you fulfill your obligation to Pilates, come back home, and then got right back on track trying to find the dog somewhere to go.
No, Beard.
You would have done that?
I wouldn't have. Okay. The same thing that happened when the dog first showed up on Father's Day is what would have happened. I sat there, I got in the car, I called who I could call while we were on our way to dinner, and after that, I dropped it. We went out, we enjoyed our time together, we did our Father's Day reservation, we celebrated, and at that point, I was not fixated on the dog, because I was like, we have plans, this is what we're doing to celebrate Father's Day, I did all the things. So you comparing this to me teaching Pilates is not the same thing. I spent the morning trying to find the dog somewhere to go, because I knew that we still had the back end of the day to record the podcast if we needed to. Okay? It's
not even about just that, though. What I'm saying is, if Pilates would have been during the front end of the day, and that dog would have been sitting out there, you would have waited. You would have went to teach at 9:30. And I'm talking about Saturday. It's got to make it, we arrange the time. 9:30 Saturday. You would have went, talk 9:30, 10:30. Came back home at about 10:45, 11. Got right back home. Calling everybody, doing what you need to do. And that's all I'm asking. I'm just asking for the time, the respect you have for your time, to have the same respect.
Beard, I'm done talking about this. Like, you spend your day being upset because I wanted to help the dog. And again, I have nothing else to offer you because I don't feel bad for trying to help this dog. I don't know if that's what you're trying to do or what.
You're trying to now she's trying to paint a narrative about the dog.
I'm not painting a narrative. But what I am making very clear is that I feel like you were completely ridiculous today.
And that's fine. If I get upset about my time being set aside to do a thing, and then you trump my time because you feel like this is more important and not let me know, and you keep doing
this was a special circumstance that needed an exception.
For sure. However,
so why is that part not clear?
What you mean?
Why is that part not clear to you?
What for it?
That this was a special circumstance. Why is that part not clear to you?
I know that I'm loud and clear. Definitely more loud than clear that this was a special circumstance.
So again, what is there more to talk about? If you understand that it was a special circumstance and not an intention of being disrespectful of your time,
I know.
What is it like?
What I'm saying around all of this is we both have to understand and work with each other when it comes to time. That's it. And then see, look, now she's about to be mad. I'm cool. No need to get mad.
Because you caused the drama. Again, had you stepped in and helped and not pouted for most of the day, I wouldn't have had to spend all my, like, the whole morning. I could have been like, hey, you call these numbers and I call these numbers.
This is not healthy. This is not a healthy way.
You sat there and fussed all day because I wanted to help the freaking dog.
So let me tell y'all something right now. Let me tell you something about me. I'm cool and I'm okay and I'm fine. However, you can't talk to people like this, right? And expect people to listen. You can't throw words out like you sit up and pout it all day, because this basically insinuating that you're a crybaby and things like that. No person, no man wants to hear about you pouting around the house all day. It's not cool.
Okay, well, I apologize. I apologize for saying that you were pouting.
You can't cut me off.
But you were upset.
Let me get done.
Okay.
It's just like me going to our women want to be respected, and I'm never going to say, oh, you walk around the house acting B-wordy all day. I'm never going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, when you have heated discussions or when you're talking to somebody, and it's not I don't think it's an argument, but when you're talking to somebody in like a heated manner and things could get misconstrued as an argument, when you start throwing words around like, oh, you were pouting, or you're a crybaby, it escalates things. And I'm cool. I don't get escalated. Like she'll escalate me. I'm perfectly fine. However, I know for her, if I throw the same kind of words out in the same kind of language, what's going to happen? I know it's the same thing I talked about earlier about the clothes. I know. So for everybody out there, you can't do stuff like this and be productive. If we're going to have productive conversations, then let's have one. All right, listen, maybe I should have said, all right, I'm going to let you do that and we'll handle business later on. Should I help you? That's cool. At the same time, I can acknowledge that, but at the same time, there needs to be some acknowledgement and some accountability taken when it comes to, we already set this time aside, and yeah, I should have talked to you first about how important this is to me to find this dog a safe haven, and can we push things back? Everything could have been avoided with conversation and communication, but we can't sit up here and act like one thing is bigger than the other one when it's not. What's big to you was the dog, right? 100%. What's big to me is whatever else we had set aside the time for. We can't pick and choose what's more important to the other person. And that's all I'm saying. Give it up for me.
No, I'm not going to give it up for you.
Give it up for me.
I'm not going to give it up for you because
I'm pouty. It's crazy, right? Talk about it.
I just tried to apologize to you for saying that you were pouting.
So she can't. But
and if you're not going to accept the apology, then you can just not accept the apology.
I'm me. You don't care about stuff like that. Man. Come on. What you trying to do?
At the end of the day, you were upset because I was trying to help this dog. And I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, no, I'm not.
What else? Barrett.
I'm upset.
What I think is happening. What I think is happening is that you're forgetting the way the morning went. Because I sat up there as I'm on the phone calling people multiple times. You said, you're annoying me with this dog.
No, I did not say you.
You did.
No, I said ignoring me. Ignoring. I did not say you said annoying.
You said annoying once, and then you said, I'm blowing you. That was when we got in the car. You was like, you blowing me with this whole dog situation. So...
Because I can explain why, but go ahead. If I'm talking to somebody and we're having a conversation about whatever we talking about podcast. I don't know what we're talking about here. And all of a sudden, say, did you hear me? Huh? What'd you just say? And if I'm having a whole full-blown conversation with you and you're visibly doing something else, when you started off talking to me, yes, I'm going to get annoyed. Yes, I'm going to feel blowed. Yes, I'm going to get upset. But I'm not going to hold it.
I really think you're confused about. That's not even what happened. But that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna tell the story, don't paint the picture like it's something other than what happened. Okay. Like what I'm saying is exactly what happened this morning. Okay. And I could not figure out for the life of me why you were so annoyed and perturbed about.
I told you.
Well, now I know, but you didn't say that earlier. And again, going back to the beginning of the podcast, how you decide to wait to say what the issue is when we get on the podcast and record. You didn't say earlier today, like, hey, I feel like you're being disrespectful of my time because we said that we were going to do this at this time. And you won't take a second to stop calling these people for these dogs.
Right. And this is like communication. Right. That's what I said.
That would have been completely different.
Right.
Instead of putting the entire blame on me.
And I'm not putting
because I didn't know that it was a time thing until this moment.
But that can be said both ways though, right? I shouldn't have to just stop and say, hey, are we doing this right now because my time is important? You should, or we should talk about, or we should know. If we set a time, bro, if anybody sets time up or sets time aside to do something, and they are a very punctual person, the last thing they want to do is be late or be disregarded of their time. No punctual person wants that to happen. And I feel like that's where the thing stems from. I'm not going to be like, all right, you know how important time is. If you don't think it's that important and you want to keep skipping over time, then do it. I like to have schedules. I like to be on schedule. I like to be on time. And that's all it is. It was just a lack of communication. That's it. I didn't know this was going to turn into a big issue. Now I want to
keep calling it a lack of communication. And I don't want to pod
in an argument, right? I don't want y'all to be like, oh, they arguing. I'm finna log off. I'm glad this is at the end of the podcast and not at the end. But I'm cool. See what I'm saying?
No, because we're going to talk to Mr. Mickles about this today. Because, like, again, it's not registering in my brain. It's not registering in my brain.
My thing
is not registering in my brain.
Once we talk.
This is not a grudge. I'm going to go in there. I'm finna go downstairs. I'm finna eat me a peach because I got one left and I've been waiting to eat it for the past. I wanted to eat it before we started this podcast. And as soon as we get done, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to eat me a peach because that's what I want to do. Okay? So, no, I'm not going to hold a grudge about this topic. But again, I want you to know that sometimes I feel like you're completely unreasonable.
And it's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's not what you mad.
That ain't me being mad.
That's the clay face. We wind alone. That's because her clay face. We all know. But tell the people where they can find you.
India Marie on Instagram. Today or this week, my Pilates schedule is different because I didn't teach on Juneteenth. But I'm teaching this Wednesday at 6:30.
Okay. So, can you say unequivocally that you're not upset?
No. Okay, so I'm not upset, but I'm extremely annoyed to the highest level. Because at
so what's the difference between being
I've
annoyed?
I've been dealing with this dog situation for 24 hours. And again, instead of offering up help.
Yeah, I've been trying.
Anything other than a complaint.
Oh, no, I'm not going to.
That has not been done. So,
well, I'm going to do a better job tomorrow because tomorrow's will be a lot of places open. I'm going to look up for a few places now.
No, it's not. You ain't got to say here a lie.
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
But you know what I'm saying? You got to tell these lies.
I'm going to thumbtack.
You're not
all you got to do is go on Thumbtack and see if somebody come pick up a stray dog. I bet it's something on Thumbtack that has that. Did you look already? I'm going to go look on Thumbtack right now. If I got to pay $50, shit, I would charge somebody a lot more than $50 to come get a stray dog. Because if a dog bite me, then there's going to be some problems. You might want to call Pops on Friday. Get a dog, catch it. It's my passion. So you turn into Pops a little bit. You turn. When the dog catch.
My soul will not rest until I know that this dog is okay.
I know. And I appreciate that.
It is a pregnant dog with a broken leg.
And
I just can't figure out the life of me how he didn't feel sorry for this damn dog. Didn't even want me to get a dog no damn water. Don't you get a water dog no water.
Because she got a pet now. I was fine with the water. No. I was okay with the water. But you started talking about buying kibbles and bits.
Well, someone told me to just boil some chicken and rice and give it to him. So I was going to give that to her.
That's gourmet. So I'm like, what are we doing? Of course, at that point.
It costs $0 to be a good human.
That's 100% true. But it costs a lot of dollars to raise an animal.
I don't want a dog.
You were about to have one if you fed it.
Y'all see what I'm talking about when I say that I'm annoyed to the highest level? He keeps making it worse. I don't want your caress right now. Get your hand. I don't want your caress right now.
No means no. See my hand? See where it is? YK Osiris. This is my wife. And I still put my hand back to myself.
Listen.
No means no.
Don't message me about this episode because I'm just probably going to lose my mind. The only thing you need to ask me is if I found the dog some help. That's it. Don't message me nothing about him. Because we're going to talk to Mr. Mickles this week. And we're going to reconvene next week. And we'll tell y'all how he's helping us get through this situation. And this is why we've been married for as long as we have, because we don't have a problem calling in help when we obviously need help. And right now, we need some help because I feel like I'm not going to lose it.
I got caught
but I am annoyed to the highest level. Let's not forget that. And we ain't finna argue. I don't be sitting there thinking they finna have at it at the end of this part. We not finna argue, and we not finna ignore each other either.
She about to go eat that peach. I'm about to go edit this podcast. And this is our normal routine, really. Things are about to be just fine. So don't y'all think, they arguing when the lights went off. Nah. I'm about to watch. But
Mr. Mickles is finna help me. Because maybe I'm missing something about wanting to help this dog.
It's not, she missing the point. She is missing the point.
I am. It's when he be like, it's going over your head, right over. Phew.
She is.
It went right over my head.
The point is time, not the dog. I want to help the dog.
You didn't want to help the dog. You didn't want to help the dog. You don't want to help the dog. And I'm going to say this because I think that dog belonged to somebody before it made its way into this neighborhood. Because the dog looked like it has been well fed and it is a beautiful pit bull. So I'm going to say this. If you don't have the funds to fully fund your dog, don't buy one. And when I say that, I mean, if the dog gets sick, if the dog get injured, if you cannot afford that, don't get a dog. Because my heart is too big to find stray pups on my backyard and not want to help.
Because what's going to happen, that dog going to give birth to these puppies and their home will be our home. And I'm going to sell you some dogs. If you would like some, I have some for sale.
No, you don't. No, you don't. And that's if she doesn't die before she had a pup. Because
she going to be all right.
She ain't had no food.
Well, I'm not going to feed her. I'm not. I'm standing on that. Now, I will. You know what? I'll put the food, so sound crazy. I'll put the food like in the woods or something like that in the back of our house. I'm not putting the food close to the door or anything like that. If you feed animals, they will continue to come.
But she's not supposed to come. She's going to come and eat so she doesn't die, but somebody else is going to come and rescue her. That's what we're trying to do. Again, why we can't get on the same page with that, Barrett?
Because
why can't we get on the same page with that?
It took these people two days now. They keep telling you that they coming and they ain't been here yet. And now you want to
feed her. And you're just going to lose hope?
No, what I'm saying is you're going to feed her. It's going to take another 2 days. She's going to sit here. You're going to feed her for the next 2 days. Motherfucker getting bread and breakfast at this point.
And that's fine. The only reason why I didn't want to feed her is because I didn't want her to take a shit on the dick. Because I don't like the thought of having to pick up dog poop.
Hey, that's we out, dog. Listen.
But if she comes back tomorrow, I'm going to have to give her some food.
Go to heaven. That's the name of this episode. And it's been real. It's been fun. I